This criminal genius Tim is escaping from prison. First, take out one paper. Cover the door lock. Press lightly with his fingers. So there is the outline of the keyhole. Insert the rolled paper into the keyhole. At the same time, insert the pencil into the lock. This gets the length of the key. While eating, he intentionally spilled the tray on the ground. Attract the attention of prison guards. Take the opportunity to see the key pattern. Keep the tooth shape in his head. After going back, he drew the key from his memory. When he was at the soccer field, he pretended to go pick up the ball, but actually wanted to take a closer look at the key. Go back and continue drawing. When queuing, it's a great time to observe the key, because at this time the key is still. After numerous revisions and comparisons, a perfect key drawing was born. The next step is to make the key. When working in a prison, some wooden strips and glue have been collected by him. Unscrew the thermos and stuff the wooden strips into the interlayer to prevent sound. He also tuck a towel in. The prison guards strictly check the thermos every day. First knock the thermos, then pour out the red liquid inside. Tim's turn is coming. Prison guard saw that Tim was very nervous. Pour out the red liquid in the thermos, vigorously shaking and knocking. Nothing found. Tim pour out the wooden strips after returning. Start making key. Carefully polish with sandpaper. Cut out the contour with a frustrated knife. Assemble with glue. Then put it in the lampshade and bake. Take out the wood strip after 1 hour. Take out the drawing. Start carving. After repeated polishing, the key in his mind is finally presented perfectly. The next step is to try the key. Insert the key into the lock hole. Twist lightly. Gears are driven by silky smooth. The door opened with a click. Tim smiled comfortingly. But a cell has 2 doors. Another padlock is outside. This will greatly increase the difficulty of locking back. Tim finds another prisoner, Leonard, to discuss. Leonard suggests to using a rope. Insert the keyhole from the face L. After listening, Tim shook his head, because it can only be inserted and cannot be rotated. That's useless. Tim decided to make the key first. During the cleaning time, he wants to try the newly made key. Insert the key into the keyhole, but it won't turn. Take out the file and polish it again. Put the key into the pothole. The door was locked with a click, but the door lock got stuck when reset. Tim used all his strength. Oops, the key broke into it. In order to escape, Tim carved the key out of wood, but the key broke during the trial lock. Leonard told him that the prison guard was coming. If it is found by the prison guards, they will be dead. At a critical juncture, the inmate threw a carving knife over. Tim hurriedly took out the key to the keyhole with the knife. Fortunately, before prison guards arrived, he took out the key. But the door lock is still not reset. After the prison guard left, Tim is waxed with all his strength. Still no use. Prison guards found an abnormality during inspection at night. Although he doesn't know what's going on. But he also didn't double check. This day Tim saw the mop that Leonard held. He suddenly thought of an idea. Insert the copper with the thrush stick. Next is the question of how to rotate. At work this day, the swing arm of the lathe inspired him. He drilled 2 holes in the surgical strip. Drill another hole in the top of the mop. Connect with screws. Fixing the key. A simple hinge is ready. At night Tim stretched the stick out of the window. Observe through the rear view mirror. Insert the key into the lock hole. Turning the key but no response. Can only be polished carefully. Insert the key into the lock hole again. Rotate the shaft. The lock is unlocked with a click. Tim is happy. At this moment, the guard on the opposite side seemed to be watching him, afraid of being discovered, and hurriedly pulling out the key. What a coincidence. The copper fell on the ground. At this time, the footsteps of prison guards came from the corridor. What to do? He will die, if found by the prison guard. Suddenly Tim had an idea. He took out the gum and chewed it a few times. Put the chewing gum rice on the wooden stick to remove the key. He's done. Even the chewing gum dropped. After several frightening attempts, finally got the key back. His hanging heart finally fell. The next day, he shared the good news with inmates. What to do next? It is the key to the system. A few months later, he already has almost all the keys to this prison, but he doesn't know the door corresponding of each key. That night he decided to try the lock. Several doors in the corridor were easily opened. They came to the first floor carefully. There is a duty room here. The prison guard is listening to music inside. Just opened the door lock on the first floor and the music stopped. The prison guard also walked out of the duty room. The 2 hurried to run. It's too late to go upstairs. Fortunately, he made a key to the storeroom. The 2 hid in a small space. But this door cannot be locked. He can only pinch the screw with his fingertips. His hands are already sweating. He finally slipped his hand. It's too late to close the door again. It's only a matter of fate. Fortunately, the sky is darker. The prison guard did not find them. After the patrol, the prison guard returned to the duty room again. They slipped upstairs quietly. The warden came to check the room, discovered that Tim was still sleeping. With 20 years of work experience, he has guessed it. Tim definitely didn't sleep last night. To investigate what he did, throwing all his things on the ground violently, the finished product of a key attracted the attention of the warden. He asked Tim, "What is this?" Tim takes over. "Put photos of parents on it." He said that to put photo. The warden believed him. A few months later, although Tim has all the key in the prison, but there is still a problem. It's the electric door on the first floor. Because you don't need a key to open that door. In order to be able to go out, he deliberately ruined his own tooth. Because only then can he go out for medical treatment. Observe carefully when passing by the electric door. It turns out that the electric door is closed in the room. Came outside and found the need to build a tower. Some snipers will be added here in the future. At that time, the difficulty of prison break will be higher. Tim decided to implement the plan as soon as possible. This day he invited inmates to leave together. But most people don't believe he can succeed. Only 2 people are willing to go with him. Before leaving, he said his final farewell to prisoners. At the same time, the prison guard is looking for a tool to get through the toilet, accidentally knocked off the wire on the door. He doesn't know why this is used, but he brought a lot of trouble to Tim. The 3 came to the first floor and hid in the storage room, found that the wire was missing. Tim can only pinch the screw with his fingertips again. At this time, the prison guard is ready to put the tools back into the storage room. Once the door is opened, there will inevitably be a fierce battle. At the crucial moment, a cellmate smashed the light bulb, causes a short circuit in the wires.
Medea! Medea calling you!
One person shouted, then many people shouted together. The guard has to climb upstairs again. He is about to be annoyed by these people. He can only go upstairs to help them solve the problem. The help of inmates bought a lot of time for the 3 people. The 3 passed through several iron gates smoothly. Soon they reached the last door. The outside scenery can be seen through the cat's eyes. The 3 excitedly embrace each other. And this door, it's also a door they have never hit before. They can only take out all the keys to try, until the last key is tried. They still can't open. Tim suggests to go back first. Leonard is collapsed. He is not willing to go back. Pick up the rock and face the door and smash it. The loud knocking sound scared Tim to death. Tim wanted to stop Leonard, but he saw the door frame that was about to break. He decided to bet once. Leonard picked up the screwdriver and continued to pry the door. Soon, the door opened. 3 people quickly dressed in a kind way. Luckily, the outside gate was not locked. They observed the guard through a small mirror. Then the 3 of them smoothly walked out of the gate. Where there are no people, they quickly run away. They got in a taxi, finally escaped. The 3 of them were extremely excited. The next day, the captain did a ward round and found out that 3 people was missing. Right now he is extremely confused. Prisoners escape. He must be severely punished. So how to accomplish the impossible task? It's about breaking it down into possible small tasks. Like this key. The movie ends here. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.